Most traders think they know break of structure, but they keep losing because they don't understand what makes a break of structure valid. I will teach you the real break of structure, how to spot it, and how to avoid fake ones. Now, what is break of structure? Let's know what a break of structure really means. A break of structure means the market is continuing in the same direction. That's what a break of structure means. It breaks a previous structure point in a trend to show that that trend is valid. This is the simple definition of a break of structure. Now, let's look at the 3 conditions of a valid break of structure. Condition 1, market must already be trending. Market must be either uptrend or downtrend. Condition 2, the break of structure must be clean. Candles must close above the high for us to know that that's a valid break of structure. Condition 3, break of structure must respect the last pullback structure. Very, very important. Understand that market needs to break the right level. If it breaks the wrong point, it's not a break of structure. It must break the right point or the right level for us to consider it a break of structure. Now let's move to our real chart. Let me explain in details how to know a real break of structure. I will give you guys an illustration before we move to the real chart. So guys, look at my screen now. I want to show you guys a clear example of how a break of structure works. Now look, let's just say this is a downtrending market. This is a downtrending market, while this is an uptrend market. Now, how do we mark our break of structure? This is how to mark a break of structure. For a downtrend, we mark the recent or newly created low. We mark this. Once price breaks this newly created low, that's what we call a break of structure. Now, once you mark out your break of structure, you still observe and wait for price to create a new low. Once price creates a new low, you mark that low. Once price breaks it, it's called a break of structure, and price must break it a full body candlestick. So once price keep moving down, you keep marking the recent low, like this one. Now price have broken this, is now called a valid break of structure. This is how to mark our valid break of structure when price is on a downtrend market. Now let's move to an uptrend market. Once price creates a new high, you mark that high like this one. Once price breaks it, is now what? A valid break of structure. This is a valid break of structure, BOS. Once price creates another recent high, you still mark the high. Once price breaks it, is a clear break of structure. So once price creates another recent high and starts retracing, you still map that recent high. Once price breaks it, like how we did here, is now considered a valid break of structure. So guys, I'm just using this to illustrate how break of structure works. Now let's move to the chart. So guys, now let's map out our clear break of structure in this uptrend market. Pay attention, let's map it out. The next one right here, this is a valid break of structure. You see, price broke above the recent high, which clearly shows us that this is a valid break of structure. Now let's map out another break of structure. Look at this. Is this a clear break of structure? Pay attention. Look at this. Is this a clear break of structure? No. Look at this right here. Is this a clear break of structure? No, this is not a clear break of structure. You see? Now, ask yourself, where did the break of structure happen? So with the knowledge I gave you guys about break of structure, now tell me where the break of structure happened. Think. This is where the break of structure happened. Look, this is where the break of structure happened. So now we consider this as a valid break of structure. This is where the break of structure happened. Now let's map out another break of structure, a clear break of structure. Now let's map out another break of structure. Pay attention, watch. Now this here, this is also a perfect break of structure. You see, once price breaks above this high, like how we did here, price broke above this high right here, like price broke above this high right here, what will you do? You map your line and wait for a clear break of structure. Now this is where the break of structure happened. You see, this is where the clear break of structure happened. So this is how break of structure works. Look, price came here and broke above it, showing us that this is a clear break of structure. Now price gave us another recent high right here. Watch. Then we map our line. Price came back also and broke above that line, showing us that this is a clear break of structure. Let's keep moving. Price also gave us a recent high right here. We map out our line. Price came back here and broke above it, indicating that this is a valid break of structure. Price also came here and gave us a high. Watch what happened here. Watch. But price came here and gave us a wick. This is not a clear break of structure. This is not a break of structure. So now, where did the break of structure happened? The break of structure happened right here. This is where the break of structure happened. So now price broke above this high and gave us a new high. We map our line. Then here's where price broke, gave us another break of structure right here. You see? Then when price gave us another break of structure right here, we map the recent swing high. Then price came back and gave us another break of structure right here. So now let's look at this. Now price moved up and gave us another swing high right here. Then we map out our swing high that price gave us. Look at what price did. Look. Price came here and give us a clear break of structure. Now price still gave us another recent high. We mapped out that recent high. What's happened? Price came back here and gave us a break of structure. So this is how a break of structure works. It's very, very easy. Just look at this uptrend movement. You see? So once price is trending, price will keep giving us break of structures. Is a must. Once price is trending, price will keep giving us break of structures. It's a must. So that's how a break of structure works. Now let's look at a bearish market. So guys, let's look at this bearish trend. This bearish trend. Let's look at how price gave us break of structures right here. So let's map out our break of structure. We go for the recent low. Watch. You map the recent low. Watch what happened here. Price came back here and gave us what? A break of structure. This is a clear break of structure. Price came back here and gave us a break of structure. And don't forget, price must be in a trending movement for you to be getting a series of break of structures. So now let's map out another break of structure. It's very, very easy, guys. So watch. This is another break of structure. You see how price came back here and broke this low, giving us a clear break of structure. So now let's map out another clear break of structure. We have this is another clear break of structure. Now see what's happened here. Price came here and broke below this low here, giving us a break of structure. So guys, that's how break of structure works. It's very, very easy. Go to your chart, practice it, learn how to map all these break of structures, because it's very, very important when it comes to analysis. When you start analyzing your markets, You must learn how to mark your break of structures. Make sure you go back to your charts, practice how to mark break of structures. Practice, because it will help you. Because when it comes to analysis, is very, very, very important. Because when analyzing, you must map out your break of structures. So guys, now we have known what a break of structure is and how to spot them. Let me give you guys this last explanation on how I use break of structure. I only count break of structure when liquidity sweeps align with the higher time frame. If no sweep, I don't enter. Okay, but I'll teach you guys all this in details, because I will not just rush into it. I'll just be teaching you guys stage by stage, so you understand how to trade like a sniper, how to trade the sniper way. Don't forget to like, share this video, and subscribe.